Good morning to the Honorable Judge, the moderator, the opposing team, and the audience. I'm Firza Mandarozi as the Prime Minister of the affirmative team. In this opportunity, I want to enlighten you that this House believes that violence in media causes violence in society. Violence is an act of harm that aims to hurt the victim in verbal and non-verbal forms. Violence is a deliberate act committed by individuals or groups. Anyone can commit violence anywhere. Violence can happen through various media such as media, mass media, social media, and physical impressions. Violence in the media can be in the form of harsh word or broadcast violence. Violence in the media is done by its users and can be seen freely by the public. And cyberbullying is one of the forms of violence in media social. Television programs that contain violence is also an example for violence in the television media. The amount of violent content in the media makes people accustomed to consuming violent content and impacts people's behavior and habits. People routinely use mass media such as social media and television nowadays, and violence on social media is a daily food served to the public. In the context of mass media interference in society, this makes the mass media a trigger for violence. The reality is that in today's media, almost all coverage of violence in the mass media is packaged as explicitly in a clear, direct, literal, chronological manner from sources who are considered trustworthy, namely the police and the preparators, so that the public can easily understand the context of the message. However, behind the news is another influential reality, namely the reality of personal interest and the mass media business. The media package violence information in a language style that can make the public pay more attention. The language used in reporting on violence in the media in general is the language of rules in describing violence so that it eventually becomes the hallmark of the media. Journalists wonder what a rape scene or murder story be like, so a title like "A burger, her clothes are bleeding" or "Her head's banged against the wall many times" come out. And for the writing to come alive, its ridiculous language or words that contain sexual elements are used. The target is none other than that the news has a selling point. People are used to consuming violent content in various media, which impacts people's social behavior. Many underage people witness violent content and misinterpret forms of violence. The state of showing violence in the mass media can create insensitivity in victims of violence as viewers in the media. Violence becomes easy to enter by influencing mindset and manipulating society. The amount of violence content in the mass media is because violence never ends in the community and is beneficial for the media practitioners. This shows how strong mass media influence is on the preparators of violence. It is easy for people to swallow what they see through the mass media without looking for more profound facts. One person also propagates violence in the mass media, which eventually spread to the thousands of masses. With so much violent content in various media, we want to raise awareness for the public to think more critically and filter incoming news wisely. The people must better understand their position as viewers and do not easily manipulated by the media. With this argument, we want to strengthen our belief that violence in the media causes violence in society. First, the media can inspire crime. Preparators of crime tend to imitate crime cases that occur in the mass media, which in turn appear as similar criminal cases. Based on Compass.com, a 15-year-old child killed a baby because a film inspired her. The media has a direct impact on children, as is the case with SmackDown on television. The preparators of violence have backgrounds that influence their attitudes and behavior. When someone comes from an environment where violence often occurs, the preparators of violence normalize that, proving that watching violent shows can influence the audience mindset and behavior. Second, the preparators of violence seek validation through the media. The case of motorcycle gangster or Clitty is rife in the media. These gangsters target their victims and kill them to increase their self-esteem. Videos of gangsters blocking their victims were widely circulated in the media, which in the end provoked gangsters in the other areas to take part to doing the same thing, resulting in more cases of crimes involving the same preparators. Based on the source from Solo.post, the public attacked the preparators of Clitty, which create new cases of violence originating from the media. The media is a source of inspiration for perpetrators of violence and a platform for them to, to carry out their action. In conclusion, the media is a trigger for violence in society which causes harm to many parties. Apart from the benefit of the other needs of the media has become a means for perpetrators of violence to hide and obtain information. With all that evidence, this House strongly believes that violence in media causes violence in society. That's all from me as the Prime Minister of the Affirmative Team. Thank you for your attention.